emotionally, whatever it is, there is this pressure. I don't have to be carrying bricks to be in Egypt, to be a slave. This concept of Mitzrayim is tzarut, narrow. Anything that is narrow gets squeezed in. When you squeeze, you're not comfortable. You're not comfortable when things are very narrow. You want things to be spread out and harchava and width. So when I'm in the state of Mitzrayim, it's squeezing on me. Now what is really Mitzrayim? Mitzrayim is the state of impurity. And it's called in Hebrew tum'ah. Something that is not pure is impure. Pure is tahor, impure is tameh. Mitzrayim is tum'ah, makom tum'ah. Now, tum'ah in Hebrew, I'm sure you heard the term many times, tameh, tum'ah. Tum'ah is, we understand it as something that is impure, but tum'ah is lack of light. There's no revelation there. There's no godly revelation. There's no he'ara. Anything that is tameh, the he'ara, the godly revelation, kedusha, holiness, was removed. That's the concept of tum'ah, of impurity. Which means when I do a sin, I remove the godly light. And what happens now? Now that thing is impure. Now tum'ah also comes from the word in Hebrew, atum. Atum is sealed completely. Now when I do a sin, chas v'shalom, I remove the light from wherever the sin is. There's no light there right now. It's impure, it's darkness. And I cover it now with a klipa, with a negative shell, with a power of impurity, a husk, that makes it atum now. It's closed. Can't get in, can't get in, can't get out. Something is trapped in, something cannot come from the outside inside. This is atum. Now, the word atum in Hebrew has the numerical value of 50. So, I'm sorry, the word tameh, not atum. The word tameh in Hebrew has the numerical value of 50. Because we learned last week, both in the Zohar class and in another class, that there are 50 gates of impurity and there's 50 gates of purity. So, when a person is tameh, he pulls himself, when he's impure, pulls himself to this place of impurity. Now, the opposite, in the positive realm, makor kedusha, the source of life, is Sha'ar Hanun, the 50th gate. That's where Moshe Rabbeinu climbed to the source of life, and he reached the 50th gate, Sha'ar Hanun it's called. This is the source of kedusha, the source of light, source of freedom. That's where we want to reach. We want to reach Sha'ar Hanun. That's where Moshe Rabbeinu was able to reach. Now, one level before that will be the 49th gate. When a person is not 100% free, or another way to describe it, it's called a person is sick. Chole. Now, chole in Hebrew has the numerical value of the number 49. 49 is one step less than this perfection of Sha'ar Hanun, of freedom, of health. Person is chas v'shalom sick, he's not free. You can have a little scratch on your toe, you'll already be limping. You have one pain somewhere, you appreciate your body when you're healthy. When you're not healthy, you're not really free. So the concept of being not healthy is called chole. Chole has the numerical value of 49. And a person who's sick is not connected to the gate, to the 50th gate, to Sha'ar Hanun. And then he's lacking something, he's experiencing some type of a pain or something. Now, what is chole? Chole comes from the word halal, a space, an empty space. When a person, chas v'shalom, does a sin, the light comes out of wherever he sinned, now becomes a space. This is called halal. Halal is a space. Now he's considered chole, sick. Now what is really that sickness? It's called siluka or. When the light comes out, I will now make a certain sin over here, then the light gets pulled out. Now there's no light shining in this place. So this is called choli. Something that is chole, comes from the word halal. Now, we mentioned that before that we have three levels to look at it. I have Mitzrayim, I have Eved, I have Mitzrayim, and I have Paro. A slave, Mitzrayim, and Paro. Now Paro, last week I told you that Paro can come from the word Oref. Oref is stiffness. Another way of reading Paro has the same letters of Hafra'ah. We talked about it last week too. That is something that disturbs me, a disturbance. But Paro also has the same letters of the word Parua. Parua is wild. Somebody who's completely wild. Now, what is somebody who's wild? Doesn't mean that you're like going crazy. Wild is a person that wants to enjoy as much as possible from everything. This is Parua. That you have no limitations. You no boundaries. You open a bag of candy, you eat the whole bag instead of eating one. You you cut a cake, you eat the whole cake. Everything that you do is no limits. This is Parua. In Hebrew they say also Mufra, somebody who's like wild. So Paro has many different angles how to see how is he controlling me. He can control me by being stiff. He can control me by limiting me, by making me a slave. Paro can be the one that brings all the disturbance in me. One way of looking at Paro is this concept of being wild. No limitations. Completely out of control. Let me enjoy as much as I want from whatever I can, as much as possible. No putting boundaries and limitations. Because I have the ability, doesn't mean I have to do it. You see sometimes people, they inherit money or they get money, they go wild. Because they have the option. Why are you buying so many things? Because you don't know how to put control. You see it mainly in food and in when a person gets a little bit of freedom, then they go